Hey, good morning. This is Jermaine Wright, your LPC, and welcome back to Building Blocks for Mental Health, where today we're going to be talking about failure. And we're going to be talking about embracing failure, learning, and growing beyond our setbacks. So buckle up, put on your thinking caps, and let's get ready to dive in and let's get ready to learn. So listen, failure. Failure is a word that often, invokes a lot of fear and discomfort when people think about failure. And many of us have been conditioned to view failure as defeat or a glaring sign of inadequacy. And it's really not. What if we shifted our perspectives a little bit here and started to look at failure differently in terms of being really able to dissect what if failure, instead of being an end, became a crucial part of our journey towards success? Stop looking at it as being defeat. So as the saying goes, or as my saying goes, the only failure in having a failure is staying a failure. Right? It's all about what you choose to do after having a failure, because it's only a failure if you quit. This quote perfectly encapsulates the essence of what we're going to be talking about today during today's discussion, understanding what failure truly is and how we can learn from it to build stronger mental health, resilience, as I empower you to continue to build into becoming the best version of yourself. So, what is failure? At its core, failure is an event or outcome that merely falls short of our expectations or goals. It's the business venture that didn't take off, the relationship that didn't last, the exam that you didn't pass. However, failure is not a reflection of your worth or potential. It's a moment in time. It's a snapshot of a particular circumstance. And most importantly, it's an opportunity for growth. You see, failure is inevitable. No one goes through life without encountering setbacks. The difference lies in how we respond to these setbacks. Do we let these setbacks define us, or do we use these setbacks, these things as stepping stones or opportunities to propel us forward? The psychological impact of failure, I get it. It can be unsettling. It can shake our confidence. It can make us question our abilities. The fear of failure often leads to avoidance behaviors. So these avoidance behaviors are things like shying away from challenges to protect ourselves from potential disappointment. This avoidance, however, while it makes you feel seemingly safe in the moment, it can limit your growth and it can prevent you from reaching your full potential. So when we experience failure, it's essential to acknowledge the emotions that come with it. Feelings of disappointment. It's okay to be frustrated. Hell, it's okay to be sad. It's natural. But suppressing these emotions can lead to long-term mental health issues. Instead, what we should be doing is we should be giving ourselves permission to feel and process these emotions while recognizing that, failure is just a normal part of our human experience. And we can learn from it. The true value lies in the lessons it offers. Each failure is a teacher providing us with insights that we might not have gained if we didn't even have that experience. So, here are a couple steps to learning from failure. The first thing I want you to do is, instead of just, catastrophizing or self-criticizing, I want you to start taking some time to self-reflect and analyze what you're learning from this experience. So after experiencing a failure, take some time to reflect on what happened, analyze the situation objectively. What went wrong? What factors contributed to the outcome? Was it a lack of preparation, external circumstances, or perhaps it was a misalignment of goals and actions? It happens. After we reflect and analyze, let's extract some lessons. identify the lessons that can be learned from the failure. So this can involve things like making necessary adjustments. This might mean changing your strategy. This might mean seeking additional resources or honing specific skills to adapt is crucial for growth and resilience. I think we should also embrace a growth-oriented mindset. So adopting a growth mindset is a concept popularized by psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck. And adopting this growth-oriented mindset can significantly impact how we perceive failure. A growth mindset views failure as a natural part of the learning process, as an opportunity to improve rather than a definitive end. So embrace challenges and persist in the face of setbacks, and view effort as a pathway to mastery. I think another thing that we often forget to do is, you forget that nobody gets through this life all by themselves. So we can also reframe failure by seeking support from others, whether it's friends, family members, mentors, or mental health professionals. Having a support system can provide encouragement and perspective, and sharing your experiences and receiving constructive feedback is something that you can use to help you navigate through your failure more effectively. One powerful way to learn from failure is to reframe how we view it. Instead of seeing failure as a negative endpoint, we should consider it a detour on the roadmap to success. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure brought him closer to his ultimate goal. By reframing failure, we can reduce the stigma and fear associated with it. This shift in perspective allows us to take risks, explore new opportunities, and innovate without the paralyzing fear of failing. Resilience is the key here, folks. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from those setbacks and adapt to challenging circumstances. Failure plays a crucial role in building resilience. Each time we encounter failure, we can learn from it. We can strengthen our capacity to handle future challenges when we learn from failure. To cultivate resilience, we got to be willing to give ourselves some grace and practice some self-compassion. So be kind to yourself during the times of failure. Recognize that everybody makes mistakes, everybody has limitations, but celebrate your efforts and progress, no matter how small, and most importantly, keep moving forward. Failure is not a verdict on our abilities or our potential. It's a temporary setback. It's a moment of learning and an opportunity for growth. And by embracing failure and extracting valuable lessons from it, we can build resilience, we can enhance our mental health, and ultimately achieve our goals. Remember, the failure in having a failure is staying a failure. Don't let failure define you, at least not in a negative sense. Instead, let it refine you and propel you towards success. So as we continue our journey towards building into becoming the best version of yourselves, let's embrace failure as an essential part of the process, learn from it, grow from it, and use it as a stepping stone to build a stronger, more resilient self. So I'm Jermaine Wright, your LPC, and I hope you enjoyed this J Talk. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page, Building Blocks for Mental Health, and I'll see you soon.